Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kingdoms Reborn, and the steadily growing town of Beerville. It's, well, it's not much, but it is our home for now, and we're doing the best that we can. So, we are on an island far, far away from everyone else, which is how I mostly prefer it. And, well, we're having some trials and tribulations, as I'm sure you well know if you've come here from any of our, well, not our, I suppose, my other videos. So, one of those problems right now is overpopulation. We have 74 population, but only 69 housing space, and those of you who've gotten the game yet aren't super familiar with it might wonder how we get 69 space in increments of 4, and the answer is that we don't. As houses upgrade, they become more population dense, which means somewhere along here, yes, we have a level 3 house. It has beer, and beer is good. It'll be a little bit difficult maintaining that. We've run out of medicine from our initial medicine stockpile, and we're having to make some medicinal herbs that are cutting down on our yearly tulip harvest, which is proving to be a little bit problematic, and so we'll need to go and get pottery as a way around it. But, one of the other challenges has been lumber, and this is our first, well, I guess our second winter now, where we didn't run out of fuel and have people die from that. So I consider that a win, and certainly something that I want to build on. My current research is for Middle Ages, and part of that is that I want to get to Logistics 1 for hauling services. The amount that they help out is just phenomenal. I mean, they help with farms, they help with forage, they help with moving resources around like we'll need for the breweries that have to be supplied with their hay. Speaking of, well, not hay, I guess wheat. Speaking of wheat, we are sitting at a food surplus right now, which is always nice. I think one of the main ways of just completely floundering in this game is not realizing when you shouldn't build more houses. And of course, as I say this, I'm attempting to build more houses, but, well, that's just because I am a difficult fellow and I enjoy not taking my own advice. As many of us do, I'm sure. And the key reason for this is, if we look at our economy, our breweries are going to be providing our income, they're also supporting our houses being upgraded, and all of that is important work. If we run out of wheat because we've eaten it all, our beer will stop being produced. If our beer is stopped, well, our houses will downgrade. If our houses downgrade, we'll make less science, we'll make less influence, we'll make less money. So our entire economy will go down the toilet, and it will drop population as well, which is pretty much just a combination of all the things that you don't want to have happen. Particularly when we are getting off to, at least for right now, I would say, a decent start. So our next goal is to hop the river. We need this province over here, we need to go over this river to begin collecting clay and making pottery, but also for more farming, because if we look at the fertility of our soil, it's very poor. Particularly to our west, where we have gigantic swathes of desert. Well, this is all very fertile, but I didn't choose to start there now, did I? So, you know, no accounting for strategy or even skill, for that matter. We could go down here to this tile to the south. It is slightly cheaper, at 2,990 gold instead of 3,208. The reason I don't want to do that is simply distance from our town center. This way, I can cross the bridge, and, well, that's relatively short in terms of a trip. This way, we'd have to go all the way down here, past this row of houses and farms. I don't know why this one stopped being worked on. It's a bit of an issue. I do have 6 builders. But I think this will be a better position for us to build up quickly, because distance from your current development does sort of lead to some problems. Now, we have a lot of free cards, and I'm having a bit of an issue with that, because we're not growing quickly enough to really make good use of it. I believe a sustainability book will help us a little bit, let's go over here to beer. Yes. So the difference there is consuming 7 wheat or consuming 4 wheat, which I believe comes from a little bit of a rounding, well, maybe not error, but certainly mismatch that I find rather humorous. Now we've lost the background noise. That's too bad. Well, that's a decent summary of where we are, and we are gearing up for the harvest in fall. So you have spring, you have summer to get things planted, but getting it planted early spring is really far better for your economy. It starts the nurturing phase of the farms a little bit sooner. I'm actually not seeing any of that yet. We're still in seeding. It means you can start the harvest a little bit sooner. It means you have a higher chance of actually completing your harvest and not, you know, completely failing at that, which I have done before. We do need more houses, and that's going to become a bit of a space problem. I'm not really sure where they should go. Here is okay, but we don't have much industry, so all of our people are walking a really long distance to get over to their jobs. So we should build up some industry here as well. I should have probably put the beer breweries on that side, but I didn't want long commutes from the wheat farms either, so competing priorities. But, oh, I haven't been using my speed up the workers very well. And let's go ahead and trade away some stone tools, because well, the money from that is quite spectacular. Yes, very nice. Alright, I think that'll do it for right now. Our population has stayed largely stagnant because we don't have any more buildings. And it's a bit of a short episode, but I just wanted to do a little bit of a status update here, and next time we'll be seeing how the harvest goes, and just keeping on. Thank you all for hanging around. We'll see you again real soon.